What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm going to be sharing some battles from a super fun tour I was in, where the base stat total was capped at 449. Now, Pokemon with 449 base stat total or less are pretty weak overall, but there were a few things that stood out to me when I was looking at the list. Azumarill with huge power makes it so it's effectively more, Medicham with pure power makes it so it's effectively more, and Pelipper, just a super strong mon in general, actually has a really low base stat total. So I decided not necessarily to use all of those, but to try to counter them. And the best counter I found with 449 or less was this Clodsire here. With Water Absorb and Poison typing, it basically walls Azumarill, and with Psychic Tera, I can switch to being able to wall Medichams pretty effectively. I'm going with an offensive set with Curse, so I can, because it's already so slow, might as well go even slower and boost up my attack and defense. The rest of this team mostly supports it. Gothorita can trap in the opponent's Pokemon, and so if they have a bad lead, for example, against Clodsire, I'm free to go for as many curses as I want. I got Fake Out to basically stall a turn for Clodsire to curse, got Trick Room so Clodsire can actually sweep, and then just Protected Psychic Noise. I went with Eviolite on Gothorita. I felt like it was the most important Eviolite I could use, even though I do have another unevolved Pokemon. Over here we've got Vivillon, which with Friend Guard makes Clodsire insanely tanky, but can also redirect moves with Rage Powder, heal up the Clodsire with Pollen Puff, use Pollen Puff as a decent offensive tool, or just try to hit a Sleep Powder. I don't have the Compound Eyes set, but Sleep Powder is just super strong, especially because since Amoonguss is above this total, so wouldn't be in the tier, I didn't expect Safety Goggles or Grass Tera to be very common to try to get around sleep. Down in the left, we got Thwackey. It's just a baby Rillaboom, basically, and it works pretty similarly. I just wanted to set the grass for Clodsire so it can heal even more. If you protect and then you got leftovers in grassy terrain and you already got a curse up, this thing becomes really annoying to take down. And just another Fake Out user to help get the curse, or maybe even set Trick Room. And then finally, Pelipper over here, just a super strong mon. I just went full offense with it. Stellar Tera Life Orb. I may regret going Stellar Tera because with Pelipper and Azumarill being some obvious strong Pokemon, there were more electric types than I was hoping that other people brought. But with Surf, what you can do is you can combo that with this Water Absorb Clodsire, heal it up even more while spamming a super powerful spread move. Now actually last is this Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff just with Perish Song, Throat Spray, Tera Normal Hyper Voice. It felt like a pretty strong mon in general, and the competitive helps deter Intimidates. There are a lot of potential Intimidate users down here. Torracat, Squawkabilly, I'm sure some others I'm not thinking of. But it also has Perish Song along with Gothorita's Shadow Tag as an option. That's like plan C or D. That's not even plan A or B. But because this tournament was open team sheet, you have to respect the Wigglytuff Gothorita lead, which was pretty powerful just being on there. But anyways, super excited to show you these battles. Let's jump into it. Alright, we've got Quillfish, Azumarill, Fracture, Dedenne, Vivillon, and Medicham with a Choice Band Medicham. Ooh. AV Azumarill with Ice Spinner, no. Sleep Powder, Compound Eyes on their Vivillon. Okay. Trick Room seems fine. They do have Taunt, though. Lots that Fake Out can handle. 2 Ghost Teras on Vivillon and Dedenne. So those are probably what's going to come out. Vivillon and or Dedenne. Both huge power mons that are available. Alright. Vivillon with Hurricane too. Pretty scary. I think I want to lead a Fake Out. Probably Gothorita Fake Out. Maybe just with Clodsire. Try to just set up. Then I need to follow up with Redirection or another Fake Out. I think Redirection's probably a little bit better. And then finally, Azumarill is a little scary, but I don't know if I'm going the Trick Room mode. So I think my faster mons, Pelipper and Vivillon, are fine. I don't know, we'll see. This is... I really don't know how any of these Pokemon interact very well. I do know some calcs against Azumarill and Medicham. He's got Choice Band Medicham. Also has Thunder Punch. That's interesting. And a good trainer card, of course. Dragon Dance Fracture. Okay, Vivillon and Qwilfish. Okay. So when Intimidate, they got Taunt, Gunk Shot, Crunch, Acupressure. And then that Vivillon has Sleep Powder, Hurricane, Pollen Puff, Protect. Probably gonna want to Taunt somebody and Sleep Powder somebody else. That's probably fine. I think I just want to fake out Qwilfish and try to set up a curse for now. I'm sure it'll be Flinch and then Sleep Powder into, yeah. Makes sense. Crunch, Acupressure, Taunt, Gunk Shot. Probably a Taunt then would be my guess. Can't swap out. Gonna go Psychic Noise into Vivillon and try to wake up and curse. It's a Hurricane into Clod. Okay damage, nothing crazy. And Acupressure. Special Defense Rise, wow. And Clodsire still sleepy. Alright, are you just gonna spam that toward your Vivillon? Because if so, it's a little scary. I think I'm gonna want to try to set Trick Room now, and I'm gonna curse. Pollen Puff into Gothorita, not too bad. Crunch also into Gothorita. We live! Clodsire waking up and getting a curse? Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Trick Room is up. Alright, the Qwilfish does not have Protect. I think I want another curse. So I think I'm going to Protect Curse. I think this is fine. Just protect my Gothoritas to keep preventing switches. Could be Grass Tera on the Qwilfish. Okay, no Tera yet. Come on, Clodsire, I'm sure you got this, right? You totally got this. Crunch, and let me guess, you're just gonna sleep Clodsire then? Yeah. Alright. I'm getting my boosts at least. Alright, Clodsire definitely asleep this turn. Think I give up Gothorita? Might as well go for another Protect. Doesn't matter what Clodsire clicks here. Alright, we don't get the double. That's fine. Guess I could have got a little bit of Psychic Noise damage off. Gunk Shot. Covering for some sort of switch, I guess. Into Wigglytuff, I would think. Alright, there's Hurricane. Not too bad. The Confusion I don't love. But now I can bring in Pelipper and start going for Surfs. Pelipper can get a Surf before the Vivillon, which it should, if I know my speeds correctly. Pelipper max 128. Vivillon's a lot faster than that. So we're gonna surf. And I'm thinking Poison Jab, if I were to wake up. Okay, a Tera from Qwilfish? It's Vivillon. Okay. Butterfly. Go in Tera, Ghost. If Clod wakes up, I think we get it with double, but the +2 special defense means Surf isn't going to one-shot. My option was then to Hurricane, I guess. That's what was being covered for here. Big damage with Surf. Love it. I love that I'm also slower than Qwilfish. Another Acupressure. Not special attack, please. Speed? Fine. You were already the fastest thing. And last turn of Trick Room. Surf will knock out Qwilfish at least. Surf should knock both out. So I should be fine to just Curse here. Yeah, swap into, what, a Azumarill? Yeah, that's fine. Guess I could have covered that with Poison Jab, but whatever. Clodsire waking up. Still confused, though. And hits itself in confusion. Alright, fine. So what is the play from their end? Sleep Powder something? Specifically the Clodsire, I would guess? I would expect Sleep Powder into Clodsire. I think I'm gonna Surf again and Protect. I really do expect Sleep Powder Clodsire. If Pelipper gets knocked out somehow, I can bring in Vivillon, which is nice. Or redirect Sleep Powder. Clodsire hits itself again. Okay, good. Stay safe, Clod. Sleep Powder into Pelipper. That's annoying. And play rough into Pelipper. Okay, that's not so bad. So I can bring in Vivillon, I can redirect the Sleep Powder. Clodsire's got +2 defense, which is nice. Redirect, knock out their Butterfly. That's what I need to do. I'll take the sleep on my Butterfly. Aqua Jet. Critical hit Aqua Jet brings us all the way down to 1. Wow. And Sleep Powder. Fine. We're still confused. But we get the high horsepower. Okay, good. Good. Can Clodsire finish the game, though? I don't know. Haven't made all the right calls with this thing. Here's Qwilfish for another Intimidate. I had to guess it's just Aqua Jet Vivillon. Nothing I can do about it. it could also be hit Vivillon with Quillfish and what, like Ice Spinner or something? I'm not too worried about Quillfish. Try to wake up with Protect, but it's not going to happen. And just Poison Jab the Azumarill. Okay, it's just Aqua Jet. Is it Acupressure the Azumarill then? Or is it Taunt? Yeah, it is Acupressure. Okay. Special Attack Rise? That's not useful for you. I'm still confused. And Azumarill's out of here. Beautiful. A critical hit. Yeah, I didn't think that was supposed to do that much. I don't know if there's speed invested or not, but I'm currently at neutral. That doesn't KO max HP Azumarill from neutral. That crit mattered. Most likely. Medicham. Well, Choice Band Medicham has to make a choice. It's probably Zen Headbutt, right? Because then you can crunch with the Quillfish. I'm just protecting so that Evan has to make the call with Medicham. The right play is to just crunch Zen Headbutt. Ooh! Acupressure. Evasiveness? Yikes. That's terrifying. How much does a Choice Band Zen Headbutt do to a +2 Psychic Clodsire? I don't know. It's high horsepower this Quillfish now. That should take it out. Medicham, I don't know how to beat that. I protect a lot to get all my leftovers back. I might have to even set up a curse. Like more curses to deal with this evasion stuff. There's Crunch, obviously. That's not so bad. That's bad. It made me drop my pen. Zen Headbutt wasn't that bad. High horsepower takes Quillfish. Okay. Okay, so. Evasiveness is apparently something Acupressure can do. And I got a defense drop, and I could flinch. So, just such fun times here. Hope you PP up. There's a Zen Headbutt. Block. It's going to be Zen Headbutt from here on out, the choice. Zen Headbutt also has the flinch chance, which is annoying. So I think my best bet is to just Poison Jab, not even bother trying to set up more defense. Zen Headbutt can also miss. That's nice. I will take that. Can I get a poison? No poison. Okay. Looks like 2 more of those have to connect. And +2 evasiveness is, what, 60 accuracy? So I'm only going to be hitting 60% of my poison jabs? Do I have that math right? I think that's right. Clodsire is healing a lot. One more boost, and it might... It's so close. I don't think one more attack boost will make Poison Jab KO. So I think I should just go for 2 Poison Jab connects. It's a decent chunk from Zen Headbutt, and Poison Jab misses. Maybe that should have been a curse then. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep protecting. Well, Zen Headbutt only goes up to what, 16 PP? It could be 10 at the lowest. I think that's right. I think I need to curse. Zen Headbutt. Miss. Oh, this is such good luck for me. I feel bad for what I'm doing here, but I have to. Like, this is still anyone's game. This could definitely go either way. A crit flinch into another one could be a disaster. I need all the health I can get. Yeah, 90% accuracy might as well be 0%. Alright. Now that I have a boost, maybe Poison Jab can do it. Alright, here's Zen Headbutt. That's not much damage anymore. Poison Jab connects, and it does it. Whew! Oh, that was rough. Good game. Alright, game 2. Clodsire was amazing, but their Vivillon was the worst thing in the world. Oh my gosh, was that annoying. I think my own Vivillon could maybe do something. They've got a lot of sleep powder vulnerability. Maybe. Pelipper, just the offense from Pelipper was actually really nice. So maybe I just want to go with Pelipper on lead. Trap something in with Gothorita? Have Clodsire for sure. And probably my own Vivillon. I don't hate that. Change up just being hit stuff with Pelipper as soon as possible. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how any of these Pokemon interact with each other. I at least sort of know Pelipper's damage output. Clodsire is apparently as tanky as I hoped, which is awesome. Vivillon Medicham. Okay, lock yourself into a move. See if I care. Yeah, actually, I should probably double protect. They got Thunder Punch on that Medicham. I could fake out Medicham. Pelipper would probably go to sleep for that. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Fake out. Pelipper probably gets sleep powdered. No, Pelipper does not get sleep powdered. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I will take Gothorita falling asleep. Medicham can't go anywhere. Here, have a Weather Ball. Goodbye, Medicham. Trapped it in, nuked it with Pelipper. All according to plan. So I did expect Vivillon to go the other way with that sleep powder. So this is nice. Quillfish, cool. Now it's likely going to be sleep powder, yeah? Into Pelipper. I don't want to protect because I fear Acupressure. So I'm going to just Weather Ball Vivillon. And Gothorita moved before the sleep powder, so this is a guaranteed sleep turn. Really? Gonna just let Pelipper attack again? Have you learned nothing? Wait, what is this boost? Special defense! Exactly what you needed, okay. This will still do a chunk. Big chunk. Love it. Alright, think here I click Surf, because if you knock out Gothorita with Pollen Puff, you didn't knock out Pelipper, and it's okay to Surf. If you sleep Pelipper, the Surf doesn't go off anyway. So I think this is fine. Okay, you slept Pelipper, so the Surf never went off. Now I have a chance to wake up and Trick Room. This Crunch shouldn't do it from there. Yeah, 7 HP. Pelipper is fast asleep. That burns its first sleep turn. It can wake up at any time. Gothorita stays asleep. That's unfortunate. So it's going to be Hurricane, Pelipper, Crunch, Gothorita. Again, I should Surf. Should I protect Gothorita? I think Pelipper can take a Hurricane. I'm not sure on that, though. Yeah, I'll try to protect Gothorita. Cool. You're trapped for one more turn. Hurricane might take out Pelipper. It doesn't. It gets the confusion, though. That thing loves getting confusion. There's Crunch, and if Pelipper does the one-turn wait, great. Otherwise, we're going to lose 2 Pokemon. One-turn wake! Come on, Pelly. Come on, Pelly. Come on, Pelly. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Vivillon is Vivillon. I no longer need Gothorita because everything is trapped in. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's time for the Clod. Hello, Azumarill. Alright, Clod is vulnerable to Ice Spinner. I'm just going to protect Clodsire and try to get Trick Room up. They could Taunt, I guess. Here's a Tera from their end. I'm okay with losing Gothorita here. Azumarill is Tera Poison. That doesn't change anything. In fact, I can hit you harder now. I almost went for Psychic Noise there. I'm just hoping that they actually take out Gothorita instead of just like taunting. Acupressure Azumarill, yikes. Accuracy Rise. Ice Spinner. Well, that's nice. That means I can start throwing Psychic Noise. And, well, the Azumarill can't do anything, right? It's Assault Vest. And the Quillfish doesn't threaten Clodsire at all, so I think I just double Azumarill now. High horsepower. Psychic Noise. One Ice Spinner shouldn't be able to do it with an Assault Vest. Okay, and they just cancel the battle. Good game, Evan. These are some fun mons. Alright, so here's Jon-Luke with Perish Trap, of course. Eviolite Gothorita, same set, Tera Dark. Horndrill Perish Song Dugong. Oh boy. Squawkabilly is Citrus Berry with Sunny Day. Eject Button Rage Powder Ariados. Taunt Knockoff Icicle Spear Dice Sneasel. And then a Light Ball Pikachu with Flying Terra Blast and Faint. Yo, what is going on? Okay. So cool. They're gonna Perish Trap. I have 2 things that are able to get out. And that's Vivillon and my Monkey. Monkey seems okay-ish into a lot of the stuff. Vivillon might not be the best. Maybe I want Pelipper? No, I like Vivillon just because it's Ghost Tera, I can get out. I do like Pelipper offensively. I don't think I want my own Gothorita. I think it's either Wigglytuff or Clodsire, and I'm leaning a bit toward Clodsire. I'm gonna bring Wigglytuff. Yeah, I'm leaning a little more toward Wigglytuff now. There's a few problems with Clodsire. One of them's the Horn Drill. It's weaker to Perish Song because if I try to get boosts, they'll have to get reset. Again, Horn Drill on Dugong is terrifying. And if Squawkabilly's here with Intimidate and Parting Shot, I can have some fun against that at least. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Pikachu and Sneasel. Alright. I got the Monkey and I got the Viv. Icicle Spear, Knockoff, Taunt, Protect. And Feint, Tera Blast, Thunderbolt, Protect. Inner Focus. They both have Protect. Okay. Icicle Spear is a problem. For everything I've got. Sneasel's also really fast. Both of those are faster than both of my my Mons, honestly, if they're both max speed. I think I want to Tera Ghost to try to live Icicle Spear and just launch a Pollen Puff at Sneasel while faking out the Pikachu. Fake out into Pikachu might actually be pretty good damage. And if it's just a double protect, it's just a double protect. I revealed my Tera. Oh well. Grass Tera on my Monkey might make it more likely that Icicle Spear is going there, though. Fake out into Vivillon does nothing because of the Tera Ghost. Then I get my fake out into Pikachu. There's Icicle Spear into my Monkey, which looks like we're going to live. Incredible. Let's see how much this Pollen Puff does. It is enough. Beautiful. I like this trade. And with how much damage that fake out did, I think Grassy Glide does it. So Pikachu's in trouble. Okay. Okay. Not a bad turn one. I was a little scared, but I guess Sneasel isn't Weavile. It's not quite as scary. The Ghost Tera blocking fake out, that's huge. Alright, Tsundere. That's Gothorita. Okay, Gothorita with Dark Tera. So Pollen Puff is going to be at least neutral on that. Do I have to fear Trick Room? There's not really any Trick Room sweepers on his team, and I have Wigglytuff. So I think I'm just going to Pollen Puff. I think I just want a Pollen Puff. And Grassy Glide the Pikachu. Just go for KOs where I can get them. Okay, it's a fake out into my Monkey. No big deal. And a Thunderbolt into my Vivillon. Unless this paralyzes, I should get the Pollen Puff off. And we're revealing the speed tier, which is nice. It's nice to know that it's max speed Pikachu, I guess. It's not nice that it's max speed Pikachu, but it's nice to know. And with Pollen Puff being able to knock out, I'm going to assume Grassy Glide knocks out. Pollen Puff might not be able to get the KO, but I still need to go for it. It's looking like it's pretty close. I guess I could also heal... Oh, you know, turn 1, the Icicle Spear was weakened by Friend Guard. That's why we lived. That's beautiful. And Pollen Puff should do a ton of damage even if it doesn't KO. Pikachu's going Tera Flying. That makes sense. Pikachu should be much more capable of surviving this Grassy Glide now. Is Pikachu going to be a problem? It's really strong. Grassy Glide does a huge chunk anyway. And Vivillon gets knocked out. Alright, is this a double knockout? Psychic on the Gothorita, so that should do it. Yeah, there's Psychic. Okay. Pelipper's not too happy that there's a Pikachu left. I'll tell you that much. Alright, guess this ain't over. Last Mon could be, if it's Ariados, Shadow Sneak and Foul Play doesn't do much. If it's Squawkabilly, Brave Bird could hurt. It might just be Dugong as well, which has Horn Drills, and Horn Drill can just win games. The question is, does Pikachu Protect? Because I think Protect Pelipper is obvious. But do I do it anyway? I think I do it anyway. Oh, I Thunderbolt into Wigglytuff! Alright. Now I get the double KO, and I get to keep both of my Pokemon. There we... Alright, it barely lives. It gets an attack. Into Wiggly. Not enough. Whew! Whew, that was close. That Eviolite coming in clutch on Gothorita, I almost didn't KO. Oh. Well, I didn't KO. I almost didn't. I almost didn't survive with Wigglytuff. Alright, I am very glad that I attacked with Pelipper there. Protecting was just too obvious. I had to go aggressive. Whew. And Squawkabilly having Sunny Day, Brave Bird Parting Shot. Yeah, well, Wigglytuff's gonna destroy it if it doesn't attack Wigglytuff. So I'm just gonna Weather Ball. And I'm just gonna Hyper Voice. And that should do it. Either one of those probably KOs a Squawkabilly. Yeah, Pelipper takes that Brave Bird like a champ. Alright, no +3 Hyper Voice here. But it is okay. Alright, that's a good game 1. That was pretty close though. It could go either way in game 2. Let's see what happens. Alright, game 2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, but... that Pikachu is terrifying. Being faster than my whole team? Alright. But I also know my monkey might just be able to shred Pikachu immediately, which is interesting. Is there ever a world where I go Gothorita? Because that, if it's Sneasel Pikachu, that's too much offense. Gothorita can't handle that. I think the 4 I brought are the correct ones. It could be Clodsire, though. Pikachu doesn't like to see Clodsire. Squawkabilly's probably discouraged now as well. But do I bring it over Pelipper? One of my strongest Pokemon? No way. I'm gonna bring the same 4. See what Jon-Luke does to adjust. And if any of those adjustments cause me problems, then I can maybe bring in Clodsire to fix them. But I worry that the adjustment is bring Dugong, and I didn't want to bring Clodsire because of Dugong. Alright, yeah, I think Wigglytuff is a little bit better into Dugong. More offensive pressure more quickly. Squawkabilly on lead with Sneasel. Interesting. Sneasel is Ghost Tera. I think Protect Vivillon I'm leaning Protect Vivillon Woodhammer, but I don't know if... No, I would think that Friend Guard would save me from any one hit. So I'm thinking Protect Vivillon. It's probably then U-turn into Sneasel. Nah, Woodhammer's more. Protecting Vivillon means I just get to keep Friend Guard up for sure. Icicle Spear is into Vivillon, that makes sense. Then I'm hoping I can live a Brave Bird. It's a Parting Shot, okay, that's fine. -2 Woodhammer into Sneasel should at least put it into Grassy Glide range. I would think. Might KO it. I don't know anything about Thwackey or Sneasel or their interactions. Here comes the Gothorita. We're trapped. Okay. Now you got a Fake Out turn. So what, I Tera Ghost? Yeah, I think I Tera Ghost. Go for Pollen Puff into Sneasel, but also go for Grassy Glide into Sneasel. I think that's the right play, because if Icicle Spear gets 5, now that I've taken some recoil, it might be able to get the KO. But if Grassy Glide can go off and take out the Sneasel, I would rather be clicking Pollen Puff. Okay. Alright, there's a Fake Out. I might be in Spear range now, but you'd have to get 5. Spear into Vivillon isn't going to do it. That one did a lot more. 5 will do it. Oh, it's only 4. Okay, that's pretty lucky, but 50-50. Alright, Sneasel gone is nice. Squawkabilly's probably going to come back. Get another Intimidate down. Wonder if it's time to bring in Wigglytuff. Okay, Pikachu is the last. Are we about to get Terraflying Tera Blasted? Maybe. I think my priority is take out Pikachu. I'm going to send a Pollen Puff its way. And I'm going to U-turn out, I think. No, I think I Sleep Powder toward Pikachu. U-turn out on Gothorita. Gothorita's swapping. Welcome back, Squawkabilly. Alright, so my Thwackey has no attacky. You're probably just going to pick off Vivillon then. But Tera Flying, I guess if you want to pop it anyway, this helps defensively into whatever move I hit, but I would think this implies Tera Blast is coming at Thwackey. Can we live this? I don't know. We got Friend Guard. It is Tera Blast, but it's into Vivillon. Okay. And it's a crit. That crit would have probably taken Thwackey, for sure. Squawkabilly has Protect, so there could be a double Protect coming if I just Wigglytuff and Thwackey, but maybe that's fine. Bada boing. So I do need to just, what, Fake Out something. I'm gonna Fake Out the Squawkabilly. I guess there's a chance Alluring Voice is a little stronger on a single target. So I I think I want to Alluring Voice the Pikachu. Pikachu protects. It's probably just a double protect then. Okay. I could have used Perish Song to get a special attack boost, but that's kind of iffy as to whether that would even be a good play. I don't know, can Thwackey take a hit? We gotta get rid of Pikachu. I think I'm just gonna Wood Hammer Pikachu and Alluring Voice into it. I think it's the most... Okay, it's gone. Bye, Pikachu. If you're swapping that out, are you just gonna Brave Bird into Thwackey? Okay, bye, Thwackey. That's a bit rough. But this also means I get to bring in Pelipper and have a +1 Wigglytuff on the field. Grass is done. Here comes the rain. So Pikachu can't come in safely for sure. There is a fake out turn here. I think I Weather Ball and Hyper Voice. That would probably get a double KO. What I don't want to do... Let's see, who's going to get faked out? Pelipper? I could double protect here. There's no way they're going to risk swapping in Pikachu. If Pikachu hard swaps in, that's just an amazing play. And you wouldn't set up Trick Room. You know what? I wonder if my Pelipper ought to be my own Gothorita. Okay, the fake out was at Wigglytuff. And Sunny Day from Squawkabilly. Okay. So, Fire Weather Ball is still a Weather Ball. It's a little weaker now. But that and a +1 Hyper Voice, I'm hoping we'll get the double KO here. I wonder if I have to hit a 50% Hurricane later on. Alright, there's Brave Bird into Wigglytuff. We're not in Psychic range. They have a Citrus Berry, that's right. Kind of healed a little bit there. Is Weather Ball plus Hyper Voice going to be enough? I think it is. But we're going to get hit by Psychic first. But Wigglytuff lives this. Double KO? Not even. What would I expect here? A Brave Bird Wigglytuff, Psychic Pelipper? Or Brave Bird Pelipper, Psychic Wigglytuff? I think my play is Surf in the Sun, which is weird. Because if I do get the double KO, that's what I need to do. I need to KO both of them at the same time and still have 2 Pokemon. And this is the only way I see to do that, but I don't think Surf is going to take Squawkabilly. And then we're going to have the problem of Brave Bird takes Wigglytuff, Thunderbolt takes Pelipper, the end. Oh, it gets it! Oh, that's perfect. I guess the only question is, does Fire Weather Ball take Pikachu? Weather Ball is 100, Sun boosts it to 150. Hurricane is 110, and gets stabbed. So that's not much stronger, so Weather Ball is still the play. Weather Ball to Pikachu and Hyper Voice to Pikachu. Should be doing it. Pikachu does not have much bulk, but if it can live a hit, it probably can't. Both of these attacks are really strong. Life Orb boosted Weather Ball. I think they made the right choice on which move to take, but I still think it's probably going to be enough. It is enough. Let's go, Pelipper. Who needs the rain? Oh, good games. That Pikachu was an honest threat. Whew. I did not plan for Pikachu very well, I guess. Not Flying Tera Blast Pikachu. Very creative. Love to see it. GG's. Alright, here we got Darth with Scale Shot. Scale Shot Intimidate Arbok with Dice. Interesting. And Coil. Assault Vest Persian. Not surprising. Sash Squawkabilly. Double Intimidates there. Dragon Claw Tera Blast Icicle Crash. Eviolite Bax. Arctibax. Not Baxcalibur. The littler one. Berserker's Tera Water, Fake Out Life Orb, Tough Claws. Oh, Tough Claws, okay, so not the steel one. And then a Throat Spray Wigglytuff. Okay. Intimidate is a problem. Intimidate is a problem, so I think I need to go with Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff seems pretty good into not Berserker. I could Wigglytuff... and a Fake Out Mon. Like Gothorita, trap something in, see what I can do with Wigglytuff there. Have more redirection, because more redirection will help. I want to like have like a protect, swap, do something. Do I want to bring my Grass Monkey or Pelipper? I don't have much offense. I think I need to bring Pelipper. Hopefully I got that in time. If not, we're just going to do a different route, I guess. What are the biggest threats? The Arbok with Gunk Shot is pretty scary. That's an awesome trainer card. The Berserker with Life Orb. That probably does pretty good damage, honestly. Alright, who are we seeing? We're seeing Squawkabilly and Wigglytuff. Alright. We got our competitive boost here. That's awesome. The Squawkabilly has Taunt, Dual Wing Beat, Tailwind, and U-Turn, so it can leave. It's also Tera Ghost. Their Wigglytuff is Steel Tera with Hyper Voice, Alluring Voice, Psychic Noise, Protect, and a Throat Spray. So that's a little bit more threatening. I think I'm going to go with Hyper Voice. Did the Squawkabilly have Taunt? The Squawkabilly has Taunt, so there's no way I'm going to get off a Trick Room. So I'm just going to Hyper Voice and Fake Out the Wigglytuff. I think that's my best play. Get a boost. Prevent some damage coming back at me. They just U-turn out, so it seems like it will be possible to get Trick Room up. The U-turn that turn surprises me, because there's a possibility of me using Perish Song here and trapping in the other Pokemon. But if you saved U-turn for like another turn, you could get out of the Perish Song. But I'm not even going that route. I'm just turning up the offense. Berserker, that makes sense. Alright, their Wigglytuff is faster, that's not surprising. Woo, big damage. Fake Out, Close Combat, Iron Head, Protect. I could double Protect here. Would I want to be in this position next turn, though? No, I want to protect the Wigglytuff and swap out. Most likely into Vivillon. Yeah. I think it's unlikely that it's a double up into the Butterfly here. Okay, just to protect from their Wiggly. Then I would expect an Iron Head into my Wiggly? Yeah, okay, exactly. Perfect. They could double into Vivillon here and knock it out. Unless... The Berserker scares me, because even if I Tera, it has close combat, potentially. So I really need to just Hyper Voice Rage Powder. Water Tera, Steel Tera. Yeah, they're not getting around the Rage Powder. Okay, just protecting Berserker, that's fine. Yeah, and then hitting with a Hyper Voice. Ooh, crit my Vivillon. I don't think it mattered. I think Vivillon was going to go down to 2 hits in this game no matter what. I guess it could have been 1 if the Squawkabilly's dual Wing Beat was the move. But I don't think there's really any moves that Vivillon was going to take well. That's what the Sash is for. And Squawkabilly's back. Alright, so the Squawkabilly hits Vivillon with dual Wing Beat, and then the Berserker can do whatever it wants to Wigglytuff. But I can protect Wigglytuff and break a Sash? Then I could, what, get my Fake Out user in? That's not particularly useful. Because they could Tera Ghost, Squawk, and protect. I think I need to rip the Tera Normal Hyper Voice. I think I need to fish for a Sleep Powder on Berserker. I think that's my best bet. I'm covering a few different ways here. Hopefully it's Iron Head and Wigglytuff can live with the Tera. Hopefully the Squawkabilly is going after Vivillon. Maybe I hit Sleep Powder. I don't know Squawkabilly's speed. Is it faster? No. Okay, I hit the Sleep Powder. That's beautiful. So it's probably a dual Wing Beat into the Butterfly. No, just a Tailwind. Okay. Now you got the speed on me, but with this Tera Normal and the Throat Spray that we got, and the extra Intimidate they dropped on us, that's just gone. Bye, Berserker. That Tera Normal didn't need to be done offensively. That was purely defensive. As a just in case, because like Sleep Powder is not perfect accuracy. I'm not Compound Eyes. Arbok! Oh boy. +6 Wiggly. We only get +1 from there because that's all we can get. Wow. Beautiful. There is still the Tera. Dragon Tera Arbok. Ghost Tera Squawk. So Fake Out might not work on Squawk. But I think what I want to do is protect. And try to pick off Squawkabilly. The only bad thing that could happen here is like calling that and coiling and knocking out my Butterfly. So there's dual Wing Beat. But this will give me a turn of protection against the Arbok. Because I can Fake Out the Arbok. Yeah, because it's Loaded Dice Tera Dragon. Question is, do I want to Parasong? No, not really. I want to make sure I knock out Squawkabilly, and Squawkabilly is Tera Ghost. And they didn't use Tera yet? Okay, so Tera Ghost is pretty reasonable here. I'm going to Alluring Voice the Squawkabilly. And Fake Out Arbok. They shouldn't be able to knock out Wigglytuff with Squawkabilly. And yeah, here's the Tera. So if it was Fake Out Hyper Voice, protecting Tera... Oh, it's Tera Dragon Arbok. Interesting. Well, now it matters what Squawkabilly's up to. Because if it taunts Gothorita, I can't Trick Room next turn. U-turn, that doesn't look like it'll KO next turn. Well, no, because I'm taking out Squawkabilly. Yeah, so... I could go for Protect and Trick Room. Just hope Wigglytuff can live a hit. No, I think Protect and Trick Room is better, because if I Protect and Trick Room and they knock out Gothorita, then I have 2 threats on the field and they can't knock out both of them. And if they don't knock out Gothorita, Wigglytuff can just win the game. Yeah, okay. Because I imagine Pelipper might be able to one-shot this thing. Maybe. So even if you get the call right here and knock out Gothorita, which you would have to make a call. Okay, and the call's wrong, so that's game over. Whew! Good game. So much Intimidate. I'm gonna guess in game 2 they don't put my Wigglytuff to +6. Just a guess. Just a guess on what might be happening. Yeah, we got Trick Room up. +6 Alluring Voice probably does it. Let's throw a Psychic Noise just in case. And there's no way the Arbok can be slower than us. Their Tailwind did just run out, but no. And goodbye. Alright. That was a fun team for sure. Wonder what the adaptation's gonna be, because that felt pretty one-sided, but it wasn't, like, there were a lot of calls I got right. And they're probably not gonna let me get to +6 next game. But we'll see. Alright, this time around, what do I think the play is going to be? I honestly like Pelipper. I like a little bit of more fast offense this time around. Pelipper could be that fast offense. So I'll want to pair it with some sort of fake out. Maybe even trapping with Gothorita. I think a Gothorita lead's fine. Then I can still have Wigglytuff in the back for Trick Room sweeping. And then I don't think it's Clodsire. Clodsire is extremely vulnerable to Intimidate. So, Vivillon did come in clutch with the Sleep Powder, but I could have an extra fake out as well. Grass hits almost none of those very well, so honestly, Bug doesn't hit them very well either, but at least Vivillon has a little bit more support. And I'm worried the healing will actually help the Arbok. Yeah, I think the Friend Guard support with Sleep Powder and Rage Powder is a lot more valuable than bringing Thwackey here. I mean, it could. I mean, I'm bringing the same stuff, just in a different way. And it worked the first time, so let's see. Let's see what the adaptation is. Berserker Squawkabilly lead. Okay. Importantly, the Squawkabilly cannot protect from an attack, but Berserker has Fake Out. And Berserker has Tera Water. I think my play is just going to be double Protect. They've got the faster Fake Out. I don't have any Tera Ghosts to play around with. And Berserker can't leave. The only thing they could really do here is U-turn themselves to reposition. So I can't really... This play can't really cost me anything unless they did U-turn themselves to get better positioning. Which I feel like would be weird. Berserker I know is pretty slow. I mean, it's going to be faster than my Gothorita because I'm meant for Trick Room, but okay, and they get Tailwind up. That is fine. Squawkabilly was going to be faster anyway. Could it be double into Pelipper? Could it be... Now I kind of wish I brought Clodsire so I could just throw Surf here. I think I'm content with Weather Ball Berserker. and try to set Trick Room. Okay, they spend their Squawkabilly's attack stopping the Trick Room, which is good enough for me. Iron Head into Pelipper as long as we don't... Oh, that did a lot. As long as we don't flinch, I think we win the trade. Okay. That's pretty rough. I think I protect Pelipper Psychic Noise at Squawkabilly here, just to do some damage. Stall out this Tailwind a little bit. Alright, there goes U-turn. Makes sense. Flinch is pretty rough. But who are you bringing in on the Psychic Noise? Because, I mean, it's not a lot of damage, but if it's Arbok, for example. Arctibax. Ooh, interesting. Oh, he's shiny! Yeah, there's an Iron Head into Pelipper. And Psychic Noise does next to nothing. I think I'm going to throw a Weather Ball at Berserker and bring in Vivillon. Hopefully the Friend Guard can protect Pelipper enough to get this hit off. That's my plan here. Iron Head looks like it might have been a roll if they go for another Iron Head. So Friend Guard will definitely save me from an Iron Head. But if it's a Dragon Claw / Icicle Crash, I'm not predicting them to pull Electric Tera Blast here, which they have. I mean, if you do it, then... Yeah, they're just doing it. Okay, well... Seems like they're just doing it. Alright, this game is quickly getting out of my control. But Tailwind is going to end soon, which is nice. I still have Squawkabilly. And the Arctibax is faster than Berserker. That doesn't surprise me. Tailwind is gone. So yeah, I need to start sweeping with Wigglytuff. How fast is Arctibax? Anybody know? Arctibax is 62 base speed. Alright, Vivillon's fastest on the field. I need to Terra Normal Hyper Voice. I think I need to sleep the Berserker. Terra Normal will help me if Iron Head is coming out anyway. I think my biggest fear would be like Icicle Crash plus Iron Head into Wigglytuff because of the potential for a flinch. This might be just take out Vivillon, which is honestly okay. I get the special attack boost and some damage onto Arctibax if that's what all this is. Yeah, Tera Blast, that must be at the Butterfly. Makes sense. Okay. I guess you could have Tera Blasted Wigglytuff, but I don't think that would come anywhere close to a KO. Also, with Eviolite, I don't expect this to be a KO. The next one might be. Real question is what I go for here, because they are trapped in. I have a fake out turn on Berserker, but I really want Trick Room. think I go Hyper Voice, fake out Berserker. I think I need to take the turn that I have. Nothing's going to get knocked out this turn if I make this play. Berserker can't leave, so I get to hit it at +1. And next turn, Gothorita at least threatens Trick Room. Though it's probably hit it twice with Arctibax. Surprised to see Tera Blast and not Crash. Alright, that doesn't do it. Ooh, Arctibax lives, which is actually probably good for me. I have the potential to get Trick Room up here. There's no way... Okay, Iron Head plus Tera Blast into Gothorita takes out Gothorita, and I can't Trick Room. Close Combat into Wigglytuff probably does enough damage. I don't know if I could live that. I think I have to make the call here. I'm going to click Hyper Voice and Trick Room. Because Wigglytuff could protect here, I'm going to predict them to go after... Okay, Icicle Crash into Wiggly. Is that split? It's split. Alright, Gothorita goes down. I don't think I have enough HP to win this game now. That Crash did way more than I expected. Okay, we get the double KO at least, but with no Trick Room... I'm not going to have the HP. Dual Wing Beat can miss. Scale Shot and Gunk Shot can miss. Am I living on misses? Because I'm going to be at +3 special attack here. Tera's already been burned. Squawkabilly still have its Sash, because I can't afford to hit it twice. Yeah. Alright. And was that Arbok? No, that's Wigglytuff. Oh, okay. Wigglytuff should be able to KO me from here. Needed that Trick Room. No way I was getting the Trick Room. Alright, looks like we're going to a game 3. Unless, I guess Squawkabilly misses, Wigglytuff doesn't KO me. And then Squawkabilly misses again. So I guess there's a chance. Tera's already burned, so they can't just go Tera Ghost to dodge. Tailwind is interesting. I know your Wigglytuff is faster than mine from the first game. Or maybe you're worried about a speed tie. Even if I get the KO now, I'm in U-turn range though. And I do get the KO on the Wigglytuff. But I was never able to break that Sash on Squawkabilly. Alright, so Tailwind plus Berserker is really threatening. Got it. I guess you could go for Dual Wing Beat and miss. It's possible. Nah, it's my turn. That's going to be plenty. Alright, good game. Going to game 3. Exciting. What will I bring? They still brought Squawkabilly with Intimidate, so Clodsire I still think is not the play, probably. But maybe. Okay, here we are, game 3. I want to get some use out of Pelipper. I wonder if bringing Clodsire is even worthwhile, though. I know Wigglytuff is good, but Berserker is actually just so scary. Maybe I do want Clodsire then. I want Pelipper Vivillon. I'm going to bring Clodsire this time. I wonder if that's going to make the difference. Question is, Gothorita for Trick Room to support Clodsire? Yeah, probably. And then just drop Wigglytuff altogether. If I can get a curse or two, Berserker won't be that threatening anymore anyway. If I can get attacks off with Pelipper, it'd be even better. Alright, here we go. Now, Pelipper didn't get to do anything last time because I didn't predict the Tera Electric Tera Blast. I was overthinking, I guess. And also, oh, it's here again. Alright, to Tera Electric Tera Blast, you have to Tera Electric. I think I Stellar Weather Ball, try to knock out Wigglytuff. And just Rage Powder whatever the Arctibax is doing. I need to give Pelipper as many attacks as I possibly can. And I want to use this Stellar Tera. I want to obliterate something right here. I want to get a quick lead. Arctibax Protect. Is it a double protect? No, it is not. Alright. Probably reading into like a Sleep Powder into Arctibax. Weather Ball is enough. Alright, Life Orb, Stellar Tera in the rain. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Alright, Wigglytuff down. Beautiful. And at no cost other than I don't get water boosts anymore. If you go with your Fake Out Mon, I can double protect. You still have your Electric Tera to start Tera Blasting if you want. Here's Berserker. So yeah, I can double protect on the Fake Out. You can reposition Arctibax if you want, but you don't have like Dragon Dance. So I don't see anything wrong with double protect here. I mean, I could try to call where the Fake Out's going, but I'm not sure I could do that consistently. Getting them to burn Tera is nice. Alright, what's everything at? Fake Out was at Vivillon. Alright, so I'm guessing Tera Blast is at the Pelipper then? Icicle Crash, also at Vivillon. Interesting. I can Rage Powder. Like, Arctibac's a big threat. I think I want to Weather Ball the Arctibax. And throw a Sleep Powder at it, honestly. I was worried about that. Alright, so you get a free hit. But the thing is, I can still do the redirect game. Oh, Iron Head into Pelipper. I don't care much about that at all. In fact, maybe I should Weather Ball. Problem is, Arctibax is kind of a problem for Clodsire with my ground typing. I want to double into Arctibax again with Sleep and Weather Ball. Okay, we connect the Sleep Powder. That's beautiful. I don't know how much a Life Orb Weather Ball does. I'm also running out of rain soon. That does a ton. Beautiful. Arctibax is fast asleep. Iron Head into Vivillon. Okay. Last turn of rain. Might as well use it. I'm going to Weather Ball the Arctibax, and I'm going to Pollen Puff Pelipper back up. The only way I get punished is Arctibax 1-turn Wake, Protect, and then Berserker hits Vivillon. Even that's not the worst thing in the world. Oh, they wake up, turn 1 Wake, Protect. Okay. Okay. But did you finish off Vivillon, or did you try to hit Pelipper? The rain running out is pretty rough. Just hitting Pelipper. Okay, that's fine. I do want to swap out Pelipper. I'm going to swap out into Gothorita and try to see if Pollen Puff is enough to finish off Arctibax. I think it should be. It might be close, but I think it's enough, based on how much it took from Weather Ball. Come on, be enough. Beautiful. Now with the Mon lead, I wish I brought Wiggly Tough to Perish Song. Yeah, because there's Ironhead and Vivillon. I could have a fake out Perish Song. Oh well. I believe my plays go right back into Pelipper. And it's Squawkabilly. Okay. Well, I get a guaranteed fake out turn onto Berserker, which could protect, but Squawkabilly cannot. And then I get to hit Squawkabilly with, I guess Hurricane is my best bet. Yeah. I still have the Stellar Boost on it. It should be enough to bring it to Sash. And also there's a chance of confusion. Haunting is A-okay. You did not set Tailwind, which is nice, meaning only Squawkabilly's faster. So you're not going to be able to double into Pelipper here. And we got the confusion. Alright. I think it's time for Clodsire to hit the field. Save Gothorita for a fake out later. Clodsire, Surf. Let's do it. What could they do? They could break through Confusion, Tailwind, Ironhead, Pelipper, Pelipper flinches. I don't think I'm in Ironhead range right now. I don't think I would ever be in dual Wing Beat range right now either. So I think this Surf is happening, and I think it's going to get 2 KOs. Yeah, they're thinking, what's your out here? And anything that this doesn't work on, Clodsire might be able to finish up since he can't swap around and intimidate anymore. Squawkabilly's confused, and hits itself. Ooh! Ooh, that's rough. That's why I went for Hurricane. I knew there was a chance of that. I didn't think it actually happened. So now this Surf gets to go before anything. And probably does it. It does it. Let's go. Let's go Pelipper. Pelipper carry here. See, when you don't get Electric Tera blasted on the Pelipper can put in a ton of work. Oh, GG's, Darth. That was a fun set. Alright, here we have Aquamoth. They've got their own Clodsire, which is awesome. Scarf Rotom, Sash Hatchram with Trick Room. Their own Thwackey. There's his Assault Vest. And a Knackle Stackle. That's fun. Okay. I think Clodsire can do great here. and being immune to the Toxic from Clodsire. Their Clodsire has Toxic. Could be pretty good. I think I definitely want to get a defense boost. So I want to set up a curse. Maybe I want to trap something in. Maybe I want to not get faked out myself. How much speed do I have on my monkey? A little bit of speed. Alright, I think I'll go with the monkey then. Fake out lead seems like the way for me. And it's faster than Gothorita. By a lot. Then they have Water Absorb. They have 2 electric types. I don't know if Pelipper is the way. Wigglytuff is okay. Vivillon could work. The problem is it's so fast. Pelipper kind of works against a lot of their stuff. I think I'm going to go Wigglytuff. I don't really want Gothorita. I think I'll go Wigglytuff and Pelipper. Yeah. Pelipper is going to be a little rough to position, but the fact that I have Clodsire to threaten... well, I guess I can't threaten the Rotom with Clodsire. That thing has Levitate. That's a great trainer card. But yeah, Clodsire is going to hopefully carry this on its back. Both electric types. Fantastic. We got Trick Rotom, which could be a problem. Follow Me, Volt Switch, Super Fang, Protect on the Patchy. Alright, I expect a trick from Rotom. I'm going to protect Clodsire and just Wood Hammer the Rotom. They redirected into Patchy, that's fine. But I'm not going to fall for a trick. And if you lock into Trick, that means you can't use your other moves next turn, which could help me a lot. And it's Tera Electric on Rotom, so they're not getting around Wood Hammer that way. Tera Ghost on Patchy. I could see that coming out if they're worried about a Fake Out, but so to protect from Patchy, I love to see that. I guess they were worried about a Fake Out high horsepower combo up, or double up or something. And Volt Switch into the Grookey. Okay. Who you bringing in on this Wood Hammer? Your own Thwackey could work? That's right, it's not Grookey, it's Thwackey. Mine's French, so it doesn't have the same name. And Macaco. Yeah, that's their own Thwackey. Here, have a Wood Hammer. Wow. Ooh, good damage. Ooh, very good damage. Oh, and theirs is faster. They also have U-turn. They could U-turn. That's fine. I think I'll go for a curse now. Probably get faked out. If I were to U-turn out, I would probably want to go into Wigglytuff. That seems fine. So yeah, I'll try to get up a curse. And U-turn out on their Thwackey. Someone could get faked out. I don't think that's too bad. I think Super Fang into Wood Hammer into my Clodsire would be the worst case. But they missed the Super Fang. Oh. Wood Hammer does do over half. That would have gotten the KO. That's really rough. Does U-turn get the... Yeah, U-turn. After that recoil, yeah, it definitely does. So I would have taken Thwackey with me anyway. But that is rough, man. Alright, we know the Pachyrisu's faster than me here. I'm gonna go into Wiggly. That Super Fang Wood Hammer play would have got Clodsire. I feel like Super Fang specifically and a lot of 90 accuracy moves just aren't actually 90 accuracy. Super Fang has always let me down every time. They have Rotom left. But I mean, that's why we do best of 3. Sometimes that's going to happen. Bodamochi is their own Clodsire. Nice. And I've slowed myself down. I think I want to heal up. I'll just protect. I could drop my fairy typing to not be weak to that anymore. I don't want to change my typing on Clod to psychic. Do I? No, because then I'd be vulnerable to poison. Probably won't use the Tera Grass or Stellar. I think I'll just get some health back on Clod. Start ripping Hyper Voice. I think it's fine. Just start getting my boosts on. 2 electric types still. Maybe bringing Pelipper was a mistake. They didn't even bring their Trick Room setter, so it's possible I should have brought my Gothorita in the final slot. Maybe that's how I'll change up for game 2. That and be ready for Super Fang into Woodhammer. There's a Super Fang. That's gonna hurt. But we get our Hyper Voice before their Clod. Yeah, Clod is just one of the slowest mons ever. Decent damage. Plus we get our special attack boost. Next one might take Patchy. It'll be close. I don't think it does. And they double into the slot. But Wigglytuff is too tough. But we get poisoned. Could be a Volt Switch into their Rotom. Would that take Wigglytuff from here? Maybe. Definitely throwing the high horsepower at their Clod, though. I know that much. Their Dark Tera Clod. Or Ghost Tera Patchy. Yeah. I'm gonna high horsepower the Clod. I think I just want to go for Alluring Voice in case they bring in Rotom or go Tera Ghost and leave Wigglytuff alive. Yeah, they are leaving Wigglytuff alive for a hit. That's cool. Here's an Alluring Voice, single target. It does enough. Nice job, Wigglytuff. That's pretty huge. And their Clod hits our Clod. Doesn't take it out because of our defense boost. Then we hit them. That's how a high horsepower is supposed to hit. Alright. Leftovers and Grass, they're healing quite a bit. But I don't see how Rotom can win the game because they have to click an electric move. Or I guess they could trick. But if they trick, they waste a turn, basically, because I'm just going to keep attacking. And since Wigglytuff is faster than Clod, you have to take out Wigglytuff. So you probably have to go for your electric move into Wiggly, and then high horsepower my Clod. Pelipper's a liability, actually. I'm going to protect Clod. And just go for Alluring Voice. Yeah, Alluring Voice into their Rotom. They have to lock an electric move to take out Wigglytuff here. And then they won't be able to hit Clod. And then I can fake out their Clod next turn. So yeah, this works. Is the grass over yet? It'd be nice if it was. Because if the grass is over, I can get my grass back. They do have Protect on their Clodsire. I think all I need to do is like Woodhammer their Clodsire, right? Grass is gone. Okay, perfect. Maybe all I need to do is put the full power of Woodhammer into their Rotom right here. Yeah, I'll high horsepower their Clod just in case. I'll just Woodhammer. I'm just gonna straight go for it. Yeah, the Tera Dark? No, Rotom Tera Electric. Okay. Going for as much damage as you can, I guess, into Thwackey. I guess that is the play. It doesn't do much of anything. Does get the para, though. That could be huge. Oh, I can't move because of the para. They get the high horsepower, which is enough. That's pretty massive. Oh, we're still faster than the Clodsire, which is nice. So I should be able to, as long as I'm not full para, to get the Woodhammer into Grassy Glide into their Rotom. My Pelly does not have Wide Guard. Which they would just lock in their single target move if I did. But I need the Woodhammer to either KO or to have the Grassy Glide support behind it. So they're going to Poison Jab Thwackey here, actually. I have no choice but to go for this play. If I don't get this Woodhammer to KO, I'm going to lose the game. Yeah, Poison Jab's going to take Thwackey. There's no way I'm living a discharge from a Tera Electric Rotom. Uh-oh. Come on, Thwackey, you got this. One shot. Boom. Yes! Okay, we might be alright. Oh, but it's going to get a lot of healing. This Clodsire is going to be annoying. It's going to Toxic, it's going to Protect. We haven't won yet. Because it's been healing so much. Oh no. Well, I said Clodsire, probably the best Pokemon in this format. There's no reason for it not to Protect right here, even. They have Water Absorb on the paste, so... Yep. Can't use my water moves. I've already burnt Tera, but their Tera's dark anyway. That's not going to change Hurricane. And because they're a poison type, they can't miss Toxic. So Toxic will connect, they'll Protect, then they'll Poison Jab. And so we have to better than two-shot with Hurricane, which... Ooh, it could happen. That was a lot of damage right there. If I still had my Tera, that would be nice. But we did get hit by a Poison Jab on Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff took out Patchy, which is nice. Definitely shouldn't have brought Pelipper. They Protect, and then it's the last turn of Grass, 2 turns of Rain, though. So I'm not going to have to worry about missing Hurricanes. And I think with how much they heal, they're still in Hurricane range. So I think we win this. But it will be close. With how much the last Hurricane did, it did about how much they have left. Maybe a little less. We're going to take a Toxic Tick, a Poison Jab, they're going to Protect, we're going to take another Toxic Tick, and then a Life Orb Tick from Hurricane. I think we go down if we don't get the KO right here. We could also get the Confusion and they hit themselves. That would be enough to extend it to hitting a Hurricane without the Rain up. Man, this game's so close. They go for the double Protect for a little more healing. Oh boy. If they didn't get the double Protect... Oh man. Now I have to hit a raw Hurricane, and I don't think I can do enough damage because of that double Protect. But if they had failed that double Protect and I hit the Hurricane, I could then switch to a normal type Weather Ball. But I really have to hit this Hurricane. We hit the Hurricane. Is it enough? Yes, it's enough. Critical hit, Pelipper. Let's go. Woo, that was a tight game one. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, GG. All right, game 2. Maybe I don't bring Pelipper this time. We'll see. Clodsire is cool, but they have answers into it. I think maybe I go Clodsire Vivillon this time. I can redirect everything they want to do, get my curses up, then start going crazy. I like that a little better. And then with Thwackey and Gothorita, I have double fake out. I have a way to trap them in unless they bring in a ghost. They also have a U-turn. Could be better. I like this squad a little bit better. The Pelipper was super clutch in the end game, but only because it had to be. My answer's into their Clod. My Gothorita has Psychic Noise. Yeah, that helps. Unless they Tera Dark, of course. And Wigglytuff was okay. It wasn't bad. I can see an argument for Wigglytuff over Gothorita, but I think the speed control is more important. If my Clodsire after a curse could be going before their Clodsire, that would have changed a lot. And I think my Clodsire might be slower than theirs anyway. Don't remember if we saw that in game 1. But I have a very slow Clodsire, almost min speed, but not exactly min speed. I wonder if they'll bring their Trick Room this time. Probably not. Probably not gonna bring Hatchram. We'll see. Alright, Thwackey Rotom. Perfectly fine. I think I just double protect, see what you lock yourself into, get rid of the fake out turn. Pretty simple. And if I double protect, you can't pivot. So, unless you pivot on your own Pokemon, you could self U-turn here. You could hard swap to reposition. I could see this being a Volt Switch or a Trick, but if I'm going to Rage Powder the Rotom's hit, Trick wouldn't be very effective. I guess you would get rid of my Sash, and I can't redirect the Thwackey as long as it stays a Grass type. I don't see why it would Tera Steel. I guess if it's expecting a Poison Jab coming in, then it could Tera Steel. But yeah, let's just protect. Let's see what he's going for. Grassy Glide. Just to break the Sash, and then a Volt Switch, right? Yeah. Okay. Reasonable. Very reasonable. I'm going to take this opportunity to get a curse. And go into my own monkey. If you go for Grassy Glide Volt Switch, it won't do much. You're definitely going to go for Volt Switch, which won't do much. I could see this being a pivot into Volt Switch U-turn into that slot, calling the Thwackey, or going straight for a Wood Hammer into Clod, which would do a ton of damage. There's the Volt Switch. No surprise there. That did a lot of damage. I guess I'm not Assault Vest. Their Thwackey's Assault Vest. I got the Miracle Seed. But I fake out pressure against whatever this is. It's Pachirisu, though, which has Tera Ghost. There's the Wood Hammer. Good call. Well, since there is an Assault Vest on their Thwackey, I feel safe going for a U-turn here into it to reposition. Doubly so since mine is slower than theirs. Then I can position the Vivillon so that I can redirect any sort of Super Fang shenanigans. So yeah, I'll just protect and U-turn out of here. No need to fake out. I guess I could fake out their Thwackey and get a hit off. Or get another curse. I don't see the need for that. I could also reposition into Gothorita. Oh, there's an attempt for Super Fang. I don't hate that. Yeah, you turn out on mine. Okay. You get the damage, but I get to reposition. Could be Rotom. Could be Trick Scarf Rotom. But Trick Scarf Rotom won't do much if I have Rage Powder on the field. It's their own Clodsire! Hooray! Let me out of here. Alright, Vivillon time. It's Vivillon, but I'm going to call it Vivillon. Alright, I don't want to take a Super Fang, so I could even Tera Ghost Rage Powder if I wanted to. Could also get up another curse if I wanted to. But I think I'll just go... They could swap out Patchy, they could even Volt Switch with it. I'm gonna high horsepower the Clod. And just go for Rage Powder. I'll just Rage Powder. Oh, the Clod swaps. Okay, at least I get some damage here. Right, and Rage Powder doesn't work on Thwackey. Okay, Volt Switch out. Okay. That doesn't do very much damage at all. Okay. Pachirisu not really a special attacker, huh? Into Rotom. Cool. Damage is damage. I could Tera Ghost Vivillon. Might live a hit from Rotom that way. I think I want to Poison Jab, Rage Powder, make sure Trick can't happen this turn. Trick could happen this turn, but it would have to be Fake Out plus Trick, Fake Out the Vivillon, Trick the Clodsire, and then you would have to call that I'm not going to Tera Ghost. Okay. So unless Thwackey went with U-turn. It is a Trick. I called the Trick. Got it over to my Vivillon. That's cool. I'm cool with being Scarf. I haven't even locked into a move yet since I got the Scarf after. There's a Wood Hammer into Vivillon. Calling Tera Ghost, most likely. Alright, I get to take Thwackey. That's beautiful. You no longer have the threat of Trick Scarf. That's very nice. I like that. And now I have a Scarf Sleep Powder bot waiting to just go insane against your team. No more sleep immunities. Thwackey was the only one, even with Tera. Knackle Stackle is also immune to sleep, but you didn't bring Knackle Stackle. I already saw the 4. So it's Sleep Powder spam time. Hello, Risu. Let's give you a high horsepower. I'm not too threatened by Super Fang at the moment. And I'll try to sleep the Rotom. I'll just spam Sleep Powder until they knock out Vivillon. Good night, Rotom. to sleep. Okay, it's faster than Pachirisu anyway. The Super Fang combo wouldn't have comboed. And Patchy does not go down to a +1 high horsepower. Impressive. That is not a lot of damage. I'm gonna keep up the pressure on that slot. I'm not super threatened. Oh yeah, I can only sleep powder. Well, high horsepower. I think I'll bring in my Thwackey. I don't think I much need the Friend Guard at the moment. I don't really want to sleep powder the Pachirisu. I'd rather get some healing on Clod, so maybe I'll come back in with Pollen Puff. Lock into that later. Yeah, Patchy protects just us all turn asleep. That's okay. I'm getting something out of this with the healing from grass. And that's 2 turns of sleep. Love it. Could have woken up there. The Rotom could trick away my leftovers. It has a Sash right now. I think that's okay. I'm going to just high horsepower Patchy and just go straight for Wood Hammer into Rotom. Wood Hammer into Grassy Glide should take it. It has Sash anyway. Maybe I could just go Glide into Glide, but I don't want to risk glide into Glide not being enough. And also if they redirect the Wood Hammer, I want to make sure that's enough to take out Patchy. I guess that would work if I have to high horsepower, redirect the Wood Hammer, get a free turn with Rotom. But I'm not sure how Rotom's ever beating Clod. You have to beat Clod with your own Clod. Ooh, 3 turn sleep on Rotom. Not amazing. And Volt Switch, okay. Well, I'm going high horsepower into that slot, which is perfect. I know Clod's not going to go down to a +1 high horsepower, but it'll take some damage. And since Rotom's still asleep, I can just Glide something. Ooh, 4 HP remaining. I didn't know it would be that much recoil. Good high horsepower right there. Yeah, I guess I Glide to lock down the Rotom slot and high horsepower over there. Yeah? Seems like the play. Seems like I've healed enough now. 3 turns of sleep is brutal. That is just brutal. I have been getting pretty lucky here. High horsepower there. I guess. Do I want to cover for getting critted? Yeah. I'm going to Poison Jab the Rotom. Tera Grass Glide the Clodsire. Because if I let Clodsire hit my Clodsire, it could crit a high horsepower and maybe knock me out. Rotom swaps, expecting a Grassy Glide there, but it's going to be a high horsepower. Presumably hoping the Glide is into Rotom, Patchy maybe lives. But like most teams that I've seen in this so far, you don't got many answers to Clodsire. Clodsire is good. Aqua knows that too. They also brought Clodsire. And honestly, it is one of the harder mons to answer. But there it goes. Once the Clod goes down, the game's over. Wait, I clicked Poison Jab? Oh yeah, because I was hitting Rotom. It's enough at +1. Past me knew, Past me knew you can't hit Rotom with high horsepower. And here's Rotom. Yeah, Rotom is never going to beat Clodsire. It's never going to beat both. I can just Glide. You can, protect out the grass. It's not going to matter. Last ditch, Tera Electric. Do as much damage as you can, except you're getting Grassy Glide. And pop. Thwackey really living up to its older brother, you know? This thing, it does feel like a mini Rillaboom in this little cute little meta. I like it. I was worried. I was like, is it gonna be nearly as strong? It's nearly as strong. Good game. Alright, we got MrCurtastic with Life Orb Medicham. Hisui Zorua, that's adorable. Assault Vest Azumarill, it does have Ice Spinner. Squawkabilly with Final Gambit. Thunder Nuzzle, Helping Hand Fake Out Pikachu, and Sash Pelipper. Alright, we're definitely leaning into Clodsire hard. I do fear the Final Gambit a little bit. There's also Fake Out potential. It is Ghost Squawkabilly as well. I'm gonna need to protect Clodsire as much as possible. And Zorua could also burn it or taunt it, which would be pretty rough. So I think it's Vivillon Clodsire might be my best bet. Nah, Clodsire in the back. Let's do Vivillon for sure. Do I want to just lead Clodsire and get intimidated is really my question. Or do I want to go Pelipper and just put on some offensive pressure right away? That could work. With Clodsire, and I'm leaning toward Gothorita. It's a Fake Out, and it's a Trick Room. Trick Room could be huge. Really flip everything on its head there. The Zen Headbutt, Close Combat, Bullet Punch, Steel Tera Medicham. Oh, that's cooking. Can mostly wall that with Clodsire when I Tera. Okay, Tera Psychic. I'm going to be weak to Zorua's Bitter Malice. That's a great trainer card. Weather Ball from Pelipper is not really a concern. I guess Pikachu can hit me with Thunder if I Tera. Oh, they're going straight Pelipper Pikachu. Yikes. Alright, that's Fake Out, Helping Hand, Nuzzle, Thunder, and Hurricane, Weather Ball, Tailwind, Protect. Very likely going to be a Tailwind then. So I think what I want to do is... I think I just want to attack with Vivillon, if I'm being honest. I think Pollen Puff will do a good chunk to that Pikachu. And I could just swap in Clodsire. I don't even need to protect Pelipper. Unless a Hurricane's coming into this slot right now, but that would be weird. Just a Nuzzle into Vivillon. That's fine, I guess. Is it a double up into Vivillon? Dang, good play. But I can trap them in and use Fake Out with Gothorita. Get a free Curse up. Or do I want to just go for Trick Room now? Definitely don't want to Tera Water. I would like to get Trick Room up. I'm in a bad position now, actually. Let's just Fake Out Pikachu and hit it with a high horsepower. Since it's trapped in here now, get rid of it, then Pelipper can actually do stuff. Ooh, just over half. I think that was 1 point more than half of my health. Pretty rough. I would guess Squawkabilly's coming in now if they have it. Could also be Zorua. Yeah, it's Squawkabilly. Alright, Squawkabilly with Final Gambit, Foul Play, Parting Shot, and Brave Bird. A few turns of rain remain. I would like to get Trick Room up if I can. Don't know how likely that is to succeed. And I'll just curse with Clodsire for now. If I get Parting Shotted, I can get one of my attack stats back and get a free defense boost out of it. Yeah, it is Parting Shot. If Pelipper could just do 2 points less than it did last time with his Weather Ball, that would be great. It definitely could have been a roll. And Azumarill is the last? Okay. Hurricane's gonna do less than Weather Ball. So we're gonna get the Trick Room up. Let's go, no confusion either. Ice Spinner, Liquidation, Play Rough, Aqua Jet. No big deal. You cannot switch in your Squawkabilly here. So I think I protect Gothorita just for extra trapping. Do I want to go Tera Water? Tera Poison, I mean. Because then Ice Spinner hits me less hard, Play Rough hits me harder. Yeah. And I need more curses. Neutral Poison Jab even doesn't take Azumarill in one. And we're seeing a Tera from their end, too. Could be water, could be grass Azumarill, could be, Stellar Pelipper. Okay. Going for a big Hurricane, I would guess, onto Clod. Double into Clod here would actually make a lot of sense. But I'll have a second defense boost, and my special defense is already quite high. Oh, it's not even a double up, it's just Aqua Jet. Cool. Here's a curse. More defense. And you're only going to get the stellar boost from Hurricane once. Please don't confuse me. That was a good chunk. And it confused. Ouch. Alright, is this the last turn of rain? It is. Good. I'm going to actually bring in Pelipper on the last turn of rain. And I'll try to protect Clodsire. These defense boosts, I'm hoping, will carry me through the end. Maybe some Surf healing in between. Ooh, but I hit myself. I double up into Clodsire and I just... Okay, it's Aqua Jet. Good. Ooh, double up into Gothorita slot. Pelipper down. Alright, so no healing for the Clod with my Surf. But your Pelipper is mostly useless now. I guess Weather Ball will take Gothorita here. I'm gonna fake out and think I go for a Poison Jab into a Azumarill. I don't think Fake Out plus Poison Jab gets the KO here. But if it does, and they have to bring in Squawk... Not a KO. Hurricane, and it misses. That's huge. I could protect Poison Jab. Yeah, and then they're stuck a little bit. Oh, this is a hard match. I think Squawkabilly's Final Gambit might be a problem. But I have to get rid of Azumarill because of the Aqua Jet into Gothorita. Presumably you just throw another Hurricane here. Alright, Azumarill out of here. Hurricane, if it hits, it's going to do a chunk. It's just normal Weather Ball, okay. With Stellar Tera, I think that boosted up to 60 power. Still doesn't do much of anything. How much HP do you think that thing has? Because I think Weather Ball takes Gothorita, and then Final Gambit takes Clodsire. So I gotta go for Trick Room. Should have more than 116 HP. So I gotta get the Trick Room, and I have to protect Clodsire. Otherwise, Final Gambit Weather Ball wins the game. I probably lose this. I think Final Gambit Weather Ball. I think Weather Ball will do it. Maybe Gothorita can just be the GOAT and live this. Yeah, Final Gambit is the obvious play. That will take out Clodsire from here, I'm sure. Hurricane? You went Hurricane? Oh no! Oh no! That was not it. Not confident in Weather Ball getting the Gothorita. That's gonna be it. So we got Trick Room up. Your Squawkabilly is done. Psychic Noise plus Poison Jab. Even if it doesn't KO, it'll bring it low enough that Final Gambit does nothing. I guess not nothing. There's the Weather Ball. Not okay, it wasn't enough. Yeah, in the Final Gambit, we got him low enough. That wasn't enough. So we didn't do much damage because of all those Intimidates. Psychic Noise. Poison Jab. I guess Weather Ball here takes Gothorita. No, they're just canceling. They're done. They're done. Good game. Alright, game 2. First one was so close. I'm gonna need a better strategy for the second one. Pikachu Nuzzle Hurricane messed me up pretty bad. The Pelipper is super scary. My best way around their Pelipper might be my own Pelipper. Maybe I just want to do a bunch of damage with Pelipper right out the gate. In that case, I'll bring my Monkey as well to protect it from the Pikachu. Maybe double Fake Outs and Clodsire. This way I get Trick Room, 2 Fake Outs. I saw I was able to win without Vivillon. So maybe I don't need the Vivillon. It being slower than Pikachu is... Yeah, it's just slower than Pikachu is. I think it's like 89 speed, whereas Pikachu's 90. So that confirms their max speed Pikachu. Which is really sad for Vivillon. That means it's faster than my whole team, so Trick Room is nice. I don't want to give up Gothorita. Gothorita won me the game. All those trappings. And Trick Room up twice. My Pelipper's timid, right? Yeah. Hopefully that can do some work. We're still slower than Pikachu, of course. And the Pikachu has Water Tera, so it might be able to live a move from our Pelipper. Unless we want to call the Tera and Hurricane. But then Grookey is like, you don't want to do that. They will have a faster fake out than our Grookey does. So if it's again Pikachu Pelipper, I would anticipate a fake out Hurricane into Grookey. It is Pikachu Pelipper. So if they fake out Hurricane Grookey, then I could Hurricane their Pelipper. This is scary. This is scary. I don't know if I like this lead anymore. I'm gonna go Weather Ball into Pikachu. Woodhammer into Pikachu. I'm gonna get rid of Pikachu one way or another. Pelipper Protect is not what I expected. Wait, did I just outspeed that? That's not Pikachu. Bye, Zorua. Okay. Okay. That's cool. An easy KO. Whew. Yeah, so I guaranteed the KO on Pikachu with that play, unless... No, I guess I didn't, because if they just outspeed Thwackey and went Thunder Hurricane, that would have been punishing. But I don't think there was any way they were going to do that. Alright, there's the real Pikachu. I could protect Pelipper, bring in Clod, but it's potentially getting Hurricaned. I'm gonna go Surf, bring in Clod. Pelipper swap is big for Clodsire. And it's Squawkabilly, so they're probably hitting the Pelipper then. Which is not the worst thing in the world, I guess. They did preserve Tera, so fake out into the Squawk isn't necessarily going to work. Ooh, ooh, that's huge. That's game ending right there. Yeah, I knew attacking with Pelipper was good because if you don't take it, boom. Now you're in trouble. Squawkabilly's final gambit is useless. Your Pelipper's Rain is going to run out soon. Massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah, Pelipper is easily one of the strongest mons in this format. How's that Rain doing? Still 3 turns of Rain. I don't mind a double Protect just to see what they lock into. Stall out an extra turn of Rain. This Squawkabilly has to pick something now. They go Final Gambit anyway. Not a big deal. Presumably, yeah, Hurricane into Clod. Sure. And I'm gonna rip. They have Sash on Pelipper anyway, so I'm just gonna Hurricane and Poison Jab their Pelipper. Final Gambit obviously isn't gonna knock out my Peli. Depending on speed interactions here. Okay, we either win the speed tie or we're just faster. Yeah, and now, how do they win? Confusion with Hurricane onto Clod, then win the speed tie into Pelipper. I hit myself several times in a row. But not happening. Clodsire with the dub. Let's go, Clod. Woo. Gotta love it. That surf play, calling that they wouldn't just thunder my Pelipper, that won me the game there. And we are back. Absolutely crushed it with Clodsire. If you loved this video, which you watched it this long, maybe you did, make sure you leave a like, comment your praise of Clodsire in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And anyways, I'm Jordy. And alright, peace.